I don't know whether we'll be able to complete today this canto. there are last, this is a fairly long canto, but then I thought we'll finish this canto before the darshan. Yeah. No, we can't do that. Still, darshan next Tuesday is available for darshan. Yeah. 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 It's a very, very kind of a significant canto, a crucial canto. The entire crux of existence is kind of quintessensed in this presentation. The failure of life and the problem of life divine, life supreme here in this existence. The life as it is here seems to have no issue, no conclusion, no achievement at all. Life came with great gusto, with great vibrancy, with great dynamism, with great hopes and expectations. But the moment she entered into matter, she found herself almost helpless. What she wanted to do, what actually she wanted to do, that she was not able to achieve. Not that she has not worked out miracles in matter. She did. Something wonderful has happened in the world of matter. Surely something has happened. But that is not a great consolation for her. That is not a real satisfaction for her. She came with a different idea altogether here to change the whole world altogether and bring all those beautiful things of life up there, here. But the resistance, the opposition, the conditions of matter was such that she was not able to achieve all those things. That is the issue here. Now, why this has happened, what are the consequences of that, how this can be resolved, that is the yogic conundrum for Ashwapati. And he has to discover and find out how one can get out of it and take things forward. His conviction, his inner faith, his aspiration is that there has to be here life supreme, life divine. That is a must. It must happen. It is a kind of a given. It has to happen. Why it did not happen? Then all those details he has to see and explore and tackle them in what way they can be sort of sorted out, you see. So that is the central point in this canto here, the greatness of life, but then ultimately she succumbs to matter's law and then suffers death, and as long as there is death, there is no hope for life to bring all those glories here. As long as there is death, there is bound to be falsehood. As long as there is death, there is bound to be falsehood. Actually, the mother asked the question, which came first? Death came first or falsehood came first? In the agenda she has asked that question, which came first? And the answer is, it is death which has come first. And as a result of that, then came falsehood. So if you want to remove falsehood from here, if you want to establish truth here, the line of approach, the way in which you have to tackle is remove death. Remove death. Then only all that thing can happen. The law of truth then can get established. And unless that law of truth is established here, there is absolutely no hope of life supreme, of life divine. So that is the central issue of the whole of Savitri, I will say. And then he keeps on kind of unfolding other things. So these first few 100 pages of Savitri are sort of highlighting, are focusing on the problem of mortal creation, And then the rest is how to tackle and how things have to be worked out. Savitri will come and all those things later on. Now, so at this point what we have arrived at is here, there is, as far as life is concerned in this matter, so a sense of limit. There is a sense of limit. See, the beauty is she has masteries. She has got command. She can bring certain issues. Sense of mastery is there in her. But then there is a limit also. Nowhere assured content. There is content or peace, but it is not assured here in this existence. All depth and beauty. There is depth and beauty in our work, but then there is no issue out of that. Wisdom is there, but it lacks, it does not give freedom to the spirit. Wisdom is there, but it cannot give freedom to means as long as she is in the world of matter, that wisdom is helpless and cannot make the spirit free. And unless the spirit is free from this material bondage, it cannot establish its own law, its own rule, its own governance, its own potentialities, its own possibilities, cannot come into expression. Cannot come into expression. So, spirit is freedom. In fact, that is what the canto says. Ashwati has the soul's release from ignorance. Soul's release from ignorance is okay. That is the first condition. But beyond soul's release, there has to be spirit's freedom. Spirit should be able to do whatever it wants to do. But in the material condition, there is a bondage, and those conditions have to be kind of resolved, removed. You see. A wisdom is there, masteries are there, content and peace is there, depth and beauty, they are there, but yet she is incapable of doing what she wants to do. Why? What is the position therefore? An old and faded charm had now her face. What she has got now, she is looking like an old haggard lady, you see, at the moment here. And faded charm, the charm with which she has come, charm, the beauty, the mastery which she is there, that is no more there now. Now her face. And palate for her, for him, her quick and curious lore. And for Ashwapati, well, whatever lore is there, whatever wisdom is there, whatever beauty is there, I mean, they are sufficient. They are very pallid, very pale things. His wise soul, Ashwapati's wise soul, asked a deeper joy than her. What she can give, what she can offer, that is not sufficient for his soul, for his spirit, for his work. You see, out of her daedal lines, he sought escape. Therefore, out of this complex network, this web of her activities, this mesh which he has created here, he wants to get out of it. Out of her daedal lines, he sought escape. He wants to get out of it, escape from it. Where? But he cannot. He is kind of entangled in this mesh of life here, in this network of life here. And there is no gate of horn nor ivory. He does not see the gate of ivory. He does not see the gate of horn, nor there is an escape route to the postern for spiritual side. He does not see any way out at all from this mess which is present here at the moment. Here is what we saw last time, daedal line, gate of horn. Well, the point is, he sees these complexities, he sees these difficulties and all that. Would he still like to escape through the gate of ivory? He neither finds gate of horn nor gate of ivory. If he finds the gate of horn, wonderful. Something is realized, the gate of horn. But would he like to pass through the gate of ivory? Surely not. But he says that the conditions are that neither the gate of illusion is there, nor the gate of truth is there. He cannot escape at all. Means he is kind of trapped in this mesh, you see. Now he can escape through the back door and run away from here. He is kind of caught in that thing. There was no issue from that dream-like space, no concern, no way out to come out of this thing. Our being must move eternally through time. Now he is generalizing, although this is the experience of Ashwapati, he is generalizing, look, we mortals have to go through this whole process. We are in this and we cannot help it. Our being must move eternally through time, through the process of time, go in the steps of time, walk in the spaces of time all the while. Our being must move eternally through time, eternally, because there is no way of out. The way the time would like you to be carried forward, you accept that and move along with that. If you don't like the pace of time, the trade of time, the steps of time, then you have to be really a great yogi and outstrip time. Only a great yogi who can take over time can go ahead further than that. Our being must move eternally through time. Death helps us not. Vain is the hope to see eternally. So we are caught in time. Means you keep on coming again and again. Death helps us not. You go away, but then again you will come back. In time, eternally we will move on. Vain is the hope to see. So your idea that death will bring you freedom, escape from this thing, it doesn't work. That there is something like a moksha, there is something like a liberation, and you go and live there, that doesn't help you at all, you see. That moksha has no value in that case, you see. Death helps us not. Vain is the hope to see. A secret will compels us to endure. So you can't help it. You had to undergo through the process. Compels us to endure. Yes, there are problems. Yes, there are difficulties. Yes, there are sorrows and sufferings and pain and all that. You have to bear them. They are there for your good. Not only sorrow and suffering and pain, but there is falsehood, there is misery, there is death also. You have to accept those things and endure and move forward. Because behind the whole thing, behind this suffering, this misery, this death, there is some kind of a secret will. The secret will has, so to say, imposed it upon you. Now, what is the purpose of that will? Well, you are not aware of it, that is a different thing. But have faith, have conviction, have hope that the secret will is working for your eternal good. That it will definitely bring a positive result to you. It will bring the fruit of satisfaction, the fruit of delight to you in the end. Believe, have that faith, that conviction in the secret will. If that will is there, then nothing can perturb you at all. Nothing can disturb you at all, you see. Now, do I know that there is a secret will working in me? Well, I don't know really. If I go only by my mind, if I go only by my physical or vital instincts, I have absolutely no idea that there is a secret will working in me. I cannot know at all that there is a secret will working in me at all. Now, it is only by going a little inside, going into the depth of your inner being, that your mind gets a sort of an inkling, an idea of that secret will working in you. Yes, there is a Purusha within me, there is the divine Agni within me, and the divine Agni is striving to achieve something for me. If I have that conviction in me, then you are safe, then you can carry on further. Then in that case, you will really endure all the difficulties. If you are in touch with that inner will, inner being of yours, if that Agni is there with you, then you will be really able to bear all the difficulties, this pain and this suffering in this mortal world and all that thing. Will to compel us to endure. If you are not there, well, you have to do that thing. But then if you are open, there is no problem. Then you are carried forward easily. See.